Guys, welcome back. Sunday. What are we looking at? We're going to look at Trout Whistle Pale Ale. Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Roadhouse Brewing. 6%, 55 IBUs. Notes: fruity hops, crisp, punchy. Pairs with sunshine, lake picnics, and roots reggae. It's got a gold top. Usually they put gold tops on really crappy beers like Miller, so that you think you're getting something good, but it's just not going to happen. Okay, well, it does smell like tropical. Smells like an IPA. Cheers. Yeah, to be honest, I've had, for a pale ale, I've had IPAs that were either less lively than this, or at least like this. It's like a millennial homo version of in the form of a beer. It's a pale ale who identifies as an IPA. Let's do some comments. I was gonna say a couple people got missed, but by the time you guys got in here, it was long over. Johnny Concho and Jolson tried to get in the Our Heart Club, but we had to close the doors and go home. Let's see, first was Johnny Concho saying first, then Johnny, might be odd, but with ninja skills, or I might be old, but he still has ninja skills. Bearded CB was second. Bearded CB, I like stouts too, like redhead. I like the redhead, great choice. Gillian, third. Wow, mixing it all up. We're for last night. Gillian, one dark beer. Yes, it was. Bearded CB, great way to move your cock back to the shadows. Bearded CB. Oh, that was a twofer. DFC, first weekend home in 2 months. I'm hammered, E. Yeah, I remember you put up a video, God, it's been what, years now. You reviewed like, I don't remember how many things in a row, just like by the time you got to that list. Kind of like Stephen Bush. A train wreck. Otis 71, I will do one with you. Now, I'm sure that was last night. But, Otis, if you're still here, let's do another one together. See, I don't always have to be called out, and then when I am, I can ignore you. It's Sunday. It's, what time is it? If it was actually a work day, I might be only an hour or two ahead of schedule. I planned on being down here a little earlier, but started watching some stuff. I was watching Count's Customs. I really like a lot of the work that they do. Then we were going to find something else, and then I told Chris, I said, you kind of look pooped out. Why don't you take a little nap? I'll go hang out with the boys, and we'll meet back here and watch a movie. So, Sunday. Try to, change it. You only get 2 days off, at least some of us. Some of us get more if you're, a union, or you got some job, or you work 10s, or you have one of those deals where you work solid forever with DFC and then get to come home. But Otis and the rest of you guys, cheers. J-Dog 'em. I'm telling you, maybe a smart thing. I mean, I can't even remember now why I was going to lock up those other 2 bottles in the safe. I mean, after all, I know the combination to that safe, too. Of course, I'm not in that safe as much as the big one. The little one has it was mainly for important documents and that kind of shit, but over the years other things have ended up in there. I noticed when I was in there the other day putting the Scotch bottles in there that I also have a bunch of it's like I have to go back and count 1 or 2 AR-10 stripped receivers, bunch of AR-15. I don't know. I tell you, there's one in there I've been wanting to build up for a long time, but I don't know which direction to take it. I've always wanted to do an AR-15. Actually, what I'd really, if I could afford to do it, what I would do is I would convert my AR pistol over to a side charger. But there's a couple of things on the market that I've been kind of curious about. The thing that sucks is the part. There's a company that makes a side charger that is integrated with your charging handle. So you basically only replace your charging handle and you end up with a side charger. And that upper I have is a Bear Creek. A bunch of you have done stuff. They had a sale or something, and I ended up with one of their uppers, and it just I never turned it into anything. I'd have to say, if I was to actually convert something over, that would be pretty cool to do my AR pistol in that. I mean, it's the one thing that I have in the collection that honestly gets the most use, and it's more than just the, and I've never had an opportunity to get it out past the 100 yards, but it's easy to hit something at 100 yards, and I know some people say, the AR pistols are useless beyond blah blah blah, but and of course, over the years, I've had a lot of you guys say to me, hey, what's I want to do an AR pistol, what barrel length do you recommend? Well, now this is just me. If you're gonna make a rifle, and you come to someone and say, tell me what you want to do with it. Now, just like when I had my JP Enterprise built, they're like, you're planning on using this for hunting or blah blah blah, and I was just like, no, I want the longest barrel. I don't really care what the thing ends up weighing. It's going to be a long distance gun. If something happens, and I was Ben at JP Enterprises, was honest with him. I said, hey, say the world turns upside down, because I'm unfortunately, Christine can have like a dream or 3 in a night and remember all of them, like detail, like write it all down. And I know people say, because she also follows that whole dream analysis, and it's like, come on, I'm going to call bullshit to that. If you see a guy in a purple canoe, it means, and there's like these definitive answers. Who the fuck knows? I mean, this is my brain that has gotten together with my brain and come up with some weird ass shit. But they say if you want to try to remember your dreams, to have a pad and paper laying right next to the side of your bed, so as soon as you wake up you can write it down, because it's such a fleeting thing. It's like you wake up and like that first second you have full ability to recall it, and then like 2 seconds later you've lost 50% of it, and 10 seconds later it's like, what was I don't even remember a damn thing about it. But I did have a dream one time that I thought was extremely funny. It was like that, I don't know, it's fine, I always tell you guys, unfortunately sometimes if it makes it from my brain to my lips, that sometimes there should be an edit button, but okay, I'm a kook sometimes, but I'm gonna go with this. I had a dream. it was me, Christine, and Jim, Hornet Fixer. And the world it was basically like a version of the zombie apocalypse. Except for in this particular case, I think it was more some kind of a weird medical epidemic that was going on. There was it wasn't like zombies walking the street, at least that I recall from what I could remember. I think I woke up and immediately talked about it so that I would get it reacquainted with my brain. But so me and Christine and Jim, and it's not quite like zombies, but sort of. The world is just in total chaos, and people are out there hunting for food, ammunition, medical supplies, and that kind of thing. And that's exactly what that we were doing. And in this case, Jim had a shotgun, and he carried a 1911, and Christine had her AR-15 with the 60 round mag, and I had the JP. And I remember we had run across a pharmacy, or like a Walgreens like place. There's no electricity, so everything is like down, and we were looking for medication for Chris, thyroid medication for Chris. So her and Jim wasn't exactly, evidently Jim wasn't exactly sure what to look for on the shelf. So basically I was camped out in an elevated position with the JP, and Christine and Jim were making their way into the pharmacy, and my job was anybody that tried to stop them to stop. I was bam, and they'd go down, and they were able to keep moving forward until they were able to get in the building, and that's where Jim and his shotgun took over. Well, I don't even know what the hell model it was. It looked like something that he had cut down to make shorter, but I know it wasn't too short because it needed to hold a decent amount of ammo. And I remember that instead of having the typical thing with the shells on it, he actually was wearing it belt style because he didn't like it bouncing around because he needed to be an operator. And I don't remember it, like all kind of ended when they got in to the pharmacy, and I had a radio with Jim, and he was just like, looks like it's all clear in here, and they got the meds, and in the process of coming back out, there was like an ambush set for them, but they didn't see me. So I waited until I told them to stop, and they got to the door, and then when they were about to come out, I took care of business. But what I thought was really funny is looking down and seeing the JP. It was as it is now, but extremely battle worn. It's like been in the mud, and it's been tossed, and it was pretty funny. It actually looked pretty cool. But okay, so moving on. Mr. Holster, wow, getting loaded early today. DFC Goldschlager. See, I was waiting for that. Sorry, DFC, I have never had this in my life. This looks definitely like more than a shot. Yeah, there's no way that this is less than, this is more than less, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I saw Shark ZF6. Dude, this, I wish, obviously you're still out there, so that's cool. That's cool. I haven't lost a friend or the ability to communicate with a friend, but Shark ZF6, he used to be one of my favorite channels to follow. I mean, first of all, it's just like, I don't mean to pick on you, so if you get pissed off, you know where I live, and I know you're a badass, and you've got multiple things, Harleys and fucking awesome Harleys, and he's going off his channel thing, he's also a huge vet fan, and he's got a very nice one, so he can get here in a hurry. But every one of his videos all opened up like as though it was like this big, huge production, and it was Shark ZF6, coming at you. It was great. I loved, I guess what it is it's like this awesome confidence in his ability to do his videos, and they're great videos and very informative videos. Parts and hang on, I gotta check this. According to the security system, someone's at my front door. Man, I've always loved your channel. You're you're a great guy, and I'm glad you've been a friend for a long time. See, I always have to check this. It for some reason, and I don't know if it's when the sun, which we don't have shit for right now, must angle off of something really weird, because the security camera is part of my doorbell, and it's inside the porch, which is covered and enclosed. It's if you put heat out there, if I really wanted to, I could convert it and put a big header in and take out my inner wall and make my living room like another 5 feet bigger, but yeah, that's never gonna happen. But the weird thing is the light sometimes must reflect weird off of something and get to the camera is also a motion sensor, and somehow between the two of them, sometimes the weird light reflection freaks it out, and it acts like, somebody's here. And right now, because that is a camera, I took the original security camera, which was through Blink, and I put that camera, Smile Money, I know I won't give up too much information, but I moved that camera someplace where there was a lot of important things to me, and so I used to have the ability just to log in, and I can still log in and see live on my front porch, but yeah, I don't know what it is about that weird light flickering and shit fucks with it. But yeah, Shark ZF6, cool guy. Maybe if I send enough of you guys over there, if you've never heard of him, I'll try to remember for him to be the featured channel for the recommendation from this asshole. So if you're not subbed to him, top link down in the description will be for Shark ZF6. Go sub to his channel. Tell him I sent you. Maybe he can get his ass out doing some more videos. The last real round of stuff that he did was on exhaust systems and different components for his various Harley Davidsons. And he says, every time I watch you drink a beer, I have to drink beer. You seem to enjoy it so much. Thanks, man. That makes me sound like I have a problem. Goldschlager. Cinnamon schnapps liqueur with gold flakes. Okay. I don't know. I don't know if this one is a vintage from the same era. Definitely a thicker consistency, and yes, it is. Looks like about a shot and a half. Now this kind of gets us more into the realm of the Joey world. Joey's more used to gulping down things that are got clumps in them, some kind of clumpy stuff. Hornet Fixer loves my comment. Oh, that was on your shotgun. I haven't had a chance to watch the rant yet today. It smells like big red bubble gum. Tastes like big red bubble gum. It's been a while since I had the the other shit. I don't remember how that even the Fireball. I can tell you right now though, the last time I had Fireball, I had this much of it. And I can tell you right now, don't do that before you do your locked and loaded blog radio show. Yeah, that didn't work out well for me. DFC, cheers. Gillian, you were missed on the show. Thank you, Gillian. Yeah, sorry, I had to take a hiatus. I went to bed early like a pussy.
Kids will come over at 6:30 to carve pumpkins.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
We're carving pumpkins tonight, which I care less about. On the other hand,
You just want the pumpkin
those seeds are gold, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Last year they kind of got overcooked, man. You gotta really watch.
You gotta watch them.
I swear to God, those seeds are like, they're not done. Move them around on the pan a little. And I'm sorry. We have butter, don't we?
Yes, we have butter.
I know. No, we're not supposed to touch it, but I cannot make fried pumpkin seeds, oven baked. Sorry, baked, I guess is the word. I cannot do baked pumpkin seeds without lots of butter.
I don't care. You can have as much butter as you want.
So the year before, they were perfect. Now here's the downside of perfection. Samantha stole like 75% of my seeds. Last year, they got a little bit too done, which I still really liked, but it meant I got like 99.8% of the sunflowers, or the pumpkin seeds. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to find out if Sam really wants them or not, because if I have to, I'm going to do 2 batches, and that's some of my problem. I got impatient, and
Yeah, you can't do it all at once.
I had the biggest cookie sheet that we had, but it was the cookie sheet thick of them. So every like 15 minutes, I'd go in and just stir them, put them back in, and they were like not done, and then not done. 5 minutes later, they were not. They were not done, and all of a sudden, it's like they were overdone. And I was like, ah, shit. So, don't say it. Don't.
Your cock is hiding behind a bottle.
So, this year, if Sam wants some, I'll do 2 batches. If there's a lot of them, I'll do 2 batches. But if I'm going to do them for myself, my sister and my mom grew me golden habaneros, and they've got some pretty good kick. And I will cut up a bunch of habaneros and mix them in, and I am going to oven bake them in salt, garlic, light pepper, and habaneros and butter. Here, try this.
I have nothing else to report. I don't want that. What the hell is that?
Gold leaf
Gold leaf what?
flakes. Actual gold.
You want me to ingest actual gold?
Yeah.
Why?
Smell it.
What the hell is it?
It'll smell really familiar.
What does that smell like?
That bubble gum. The
What's
red,
the Dentine? Big
yeah,
red?
Big red. Goldschlager. DFC called me out on it, and DFC is home for the first time in 2 weeks, and he got shit-faced last night. Christopher. Right now I'm having Trout whistle. You call him into the boat?
Yeah. So did people miss you on your show on Friday?
Well, I just got done reading that. Mike Gillian said that I was missed. But I told him yesterday, I said in the middle of the, well, not even in the middle of the show.
I can't, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't put out the amount of fuckery that you normally do, so.
You do okay, I hear.
Okay.
With help from your cohorts.
Yeah.
No, I told them yesterday that Jules called, and then we started reminiscing and talking about Ed, and then I was gone.
Yeah.
It
was just a bad day.
She's like, I'm gonna cry. I'm like, you're gonna make me cry. And I said, I don't care what happens. He was a great man. I mean, they were best friends for 40 years. 40 years.
Excuse me.
I can't even imagine dealing with you for 40 years. Black eyes and shit. Get beat up all the time. She says she's sleeping, but I call bullshit.
I know. You shouldn't really point guns at people. Don't make it go off.
Oh.
Pew.
Pew pew.
Pew, pew.
Oh, that was see, when it misses, it like misses two.
Yeah.
I mean, well, holy shit, it missed 5 right there.
Yeah.
1, 1, 1, 5, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 5.
What is this, the Matrix?
Must be.
Yeah.
I think I had this exact gun, Jolson, as a kid, except for it had the supposed white ivory grips. Mm-hmm. This is made in
Taiwan.
Who can you even pronounce that? Who's Huzhu? Hushan? Hushu, China?
Huzhu, China.
Huzhu, China.
That's my best. I don't know.
See it? Oh, look at there. We're about to run out again.
I didn't do it.
That's it?
I didn't blow through a whole bunch like last time.
Yeah, like Gunwild said. You have about as much restraint as a meth head. Ba 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 ba. Minute 51, glad you got yourself back on track. Now let's all sit back and watch you slowly finish it over the next 59 minutes.
Let me guess who made that comment. Mr. Holster.
And ka-ting, you would be right. Mr. Holster again with had to call your bookie again. I don't even know what I said that I got that. DFC, count me in on dog tags. Yeah, right now I'm thinking we could easily order 60 of them.
Okay. We also have to order t-shirts today too.
Yes.
What the hell are you doing with a rubber ducky?
I got that a while back from Tarditsius. Yeah.
Does it really make noise too? Oh my gosh, it does.
My cock is louder.
Yeah.
And sicker sounding.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
Mr. Holster, I think that is the bottle Jack was using the night at the poker game when he was chewing Red Man.
Oh boy.
Okay,
I just wanted to update you on that. I'm going back upstairs.
Okay.
Okay. Cheers, Lars.
I can't wait for pumpkin seeds.
I am. 5 pumpkins, not 4.
That's pretty pathetic when you make a pumpkin seed and it still cannot be considered vegan. What is wrong with those people?
Well, it would be, just don't use the butter.
What am I supposed to...
use the vegan butter, give that a try.
No. I do pumpkin seeds once a year. I'm not going to let some fucking vegan fuck it up for me.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Love you. Jolson, we need more cowbell and shots. Tardisius, we never get enough cowbell. Oh shit. I used up the shots. Oh no. Sorry. I know this was that was Jolson's way of making it so that it was easier on my liver with full approval from Smile Money. But Jolson, seems how it's empty right now and I need to do a tactical reload. Well, I can't do a tactical reload. Well, I could. I could drop that one and switch to that one, but I'm pretty sure she'd be back down here. And since how I haven't tried this one, it looks like it's probably as much gunpowder as would normally push the normal projectile. So it's bound to be a hearing protection kind of shot. Oh, I left all my gold behind. Wonder what it really is. Flakes of depleted uranium-238. Stalker Steve, 37 minutes, and I get 18th. Damn popular channel. Stalker Steve, I don't know about popular, but I'm blessed with a lot of really good friends. And going off of the fact that what makes these go so freaking long is me, and then reading the comments, I don't even, sometimes it'd be interesting just to see who watches this. I mean, I appreciate every single one of you. The comments are funnier than hell, but I will admit, it is kind of when I log in, if I were to log in and see that there were only 20 comments, I'd know that I could get out of here without pissing off the people that don't like them being an hour long. On the other hand, like I've said so many times before, part of the things that is part of my safe space is to come down here and immerse myself in alcohol, you guys, and firearms. So always make sure when you're building a safe room that you have plenty of alcohol. I mean, you might want a little bit of water and some food, but make sure you have alcohol and weapons. Jolson, my cock is not comfortable with the location of the dinosaur. Smart Money, I'm here. You know that Goldschlager leaves like a... Maybe it's the gold. Leaves like a lousy aftertaste in your mouth. Joey says that a lot, I hear. Foodmaster 212 here. Not at work. Too much work to get caught up on here on the farm. Shooting will commence tomorrow. I hope. Yeah, shoot the FN. Rich again? That is one tasty looking stout. I had a 750 milliliter bottle of FDR from 105 Brewing earlier today, and Tallgrass, a German chocolate stout as well. Woo! They are both okay, but nothing to write home about. The FDR was aged for 18 months too, but it was definitely drinkable. I hit my first goal of 25 pounds lost, hence the celebration. Dinner tonight is a big fat rare filet mignon with some Fu Master Chew mashed taters. Right off the farm. Nothing beats potatoes. Taters right off of the farm. Now, Rich, thank you for sharing that. Kind of got a little push right there. On the other hand, let's see. Yesterday, for the entire day, I had coffee, some Thai chili almonds, chips with meat or mild salsa with a habanero in them. And this is another thing I recommend. I recommend this so much. Personally, the mild salsas have, it seems like they have more fresh vegetables and more flavor in them than the hot stuff. So I always buy the most mild of the salsas. I don't care if you're getting Chi-Chi's brand, Paul Newman brand. Christine's friend's mom made up those 4 big bottles for me. Oh my God, I said, I will buy more of that. The fresh homemade salsa was incredible. But always, for me, I always get the mild salsa because it just starts off with so much better flavors to it. Then I doctor it up myself. I have used the scorpion powder from Mark, and it gets a little gamey. I've found I do better when I'm cooking with using the Reapers. The Reapers just, to me, are, you know, I like hot. Today I was well, yeah, last night. So let's see, what did we end up having for dinner last night? It was so good, I can't even remember. What the hell did we have for dinner? Wow. Maybe all I ended up having was chips and salsa. No, we had to have some. We did hamburgers and cheese and fries. Except for it was a veggie bean burger with full-on vegan cheese. Now, I have to say, the vegan cheese was actually pretty good. It was slices. Having pieces of it, it was. I thought it was definitely better than, say, Kraft American Singles. And it melted a little easier than normal cheese. Not Kraft. Kraft melts pretty easy, but a normal chunk of cheese, it melted better than that. It had great flavor. The burger was definitely not bad. And then I cut up potatoes, and Christine seasoned them with salt, pepper, and I see the name in my brain, yet I don't see all the words. It was that mix of salt, fairly similar to like Lori's seasoning salt, but Agent Chaos recommended it, and I bought a bunch off of Amazon, and then found a place locally that has it. It starts with a C. Seasoned it with that. And I don't even know what, I think she ended up having to use a little bit of garlic oil so that they'd cook right, which is pretty pathetic when you're supposed to feel guilty that you've had, what did I just say? Olive oil. So that's what I had last night, and so far today, she made a hash for breakfast, which was cubed up potato, green pepper, red peppers, and we bought imitation breakfast sausage. I cooked that, and just before the hash was ready, sliced it up and threw it into the hash, let it cook a little bit longer, and then put a bunch of slices of the vegan cheese over the top of it. And that, I can honestly say, was better than some hash I have had at restaurants. I'm not even kidding. Even though the whole frickin' meal, except for, no, she didn't even use oil to cook. Talk about pain in the ass. Try cooking most of the stuff that you cook without being able to use oil. Sorry, that's how this shit goes wrong. Stay focused, Eric. Rich, Huff. Here, definitely not top 10. Cheers all. Cheers, Rich, my friend. Small money. Jules lives in Illinois, but you live in northern Somalia. That's the problem, Smile Money. Smile Money, animals do not always have to die for some good food. Cows just need to learn to walk around on 3 legs. Smile Money, if I could share 5 minutes in your brain, I just want to know if afterwards I would still be the way I was. Beard CB, well, Eric, when you talk about feeling me out that way, even if all I have to do is close my eyes and think of Christmas, yeah, there better be copies and quantities of alcohol involved in some badass lasagna. Oh yeah. That's one of the things I want more than anything in, I think we're, 2 more weeks now? 2.5 more weeks? Is Christine to make her lasagna. Speaking of the bearded CB, hang on. What are you drinking? Bearded CB. Night Tracks. Black IPA. 5.8%, 65 IBUs. Actually, it's more bitter than what I'm having now. Bearded CB. Answer on Brew Review. You know, now I would love any comments from people that have a newer, as in like the S9 or the Note 9 or anything newer from Android. Android, your fucking voice to text sucks dick. This fucking voice to text is bullshit. Never fucking gets anything right. I'm lucky if 50% of what I say, doesn't matter if I'm in a nice quiet environment like my basement or in a noisy environment like in a car. Of course, I'm not driving when that all takes place. But the voice to text in the latest generation phones from Samsung fucking blows. You fucking suck. I wish there was a post someplace where I could go let you know how bad you fucking suck. Please, let me go back to my S7. The S7 Edge that I had, it was like 95% right. Bearded CB. Hang on. Hey, see, you can blame Bearded CB for this shit. Okay, fine. Okay, fine, comma. How well do you like it? See, you're just chewing up valuable time, Bearded CB. Oh, no, I'm serious. Samsung, I don't know what you changed, but your voice to text is the fucking piece of shit. It's almost not even trying. Seriously. If I say, because I've used this quite a bit lately, if I say Ed was a great guy, I really miss Ed. It has got, if I have said Ed's name 100 times in the last 2 weeks, it has gotten his name right 1 time. And I'm being totally serious, no drama. 1 time. What does it put? It puts ADD, ADD, every single time. I'm going to say, just for demonstration purposes, it'll probably fucking get it right this particular time. I miss Ed so much. Come on, seriously? Okay, gotta move on. Mr. Ulster, please stop talking about the fake meat. I would rather hear about Cobra's high point. Bearded CB, that sounds like a badass split pea soup. Oh man, God, I would give anything for some of that right now. Big chunks of ham floating around and all of that Hulk green loveliness. Bearded CB, I gotta wear that hat 24/7 now. I am so bummed out. I was like, I'm praying. If one of you fucking piece of shit Democrat libtard, yes sir, we have no brain. We will march in lockstep. The Democrats do so much for us in our country. Oh really? They really do. The unions and the DFL and all that shit, they care so much about you. Yet everything they do, everybody they endorse, doesn't give a flying fuck about this country. All they want to do is they want to better themselves. They want to tax you. They want to take your rights away. They want to tell you how to eat, shit, fucking breathe. If you fart, they want to come over and they want to analyze it and make sure the proper emissions are blowing out your butthole. But yet, that's who you want in charge. Our fucking city is going into the shithole. Anybody that's been here, they can't even fucking take care of our streets, yet alone give a fuck about our citizens. And the fact that 20 years ago we were a town over 120,000, and now they gotta lie. They gotta expand their area. They gotta like count Hermantown and Proctor and all these fucking areas that they never had to count before just to get to 81,000. You are a fucking moron. If you hear my voice, please play this for a fucking libtard Democrat. If you vote Democrat, you don't give a shit about this country. You don't give a shit about yourself, and you don't give a shit about your kids and your futures. Yet, they still feel compelled to do it. Why is that? Why? Why are Democrats? Seriously, are you born with an impairment in your brain that you feel compelled to vote for the lowest common denominator and don't want to be a true American and point us in the direction that our founding fathers would be proud of? Men and women in our military fought and die for every single day. Instead, hey, what can the government give you? I don't know. What can the government give you? The only money that they have is the money that they print for themselves. The only thing that they have is shit that they stole from somebody else to give to you. Get off your ass. Open your fucking brain and look at how and why this country was so great as opposed to the direction it's going now. Fucking women talking about how the greatest thing is to be able to have people like the baby killers. Really? The best thing is pro-death. Yeah, that's right. Instead of having a great family and whatever, you can just take it up the, well, I guess you can't take it up the ass because I'm pretty sure that doesn't work. But the best form of abortion is, never mind. These people cannot be reached. If you are voting Democrat, you have a brain disorder and you will possibly never get it. Now, I have seen people that have gotten it and they've changed their ways, and I tell you, it makes you pretty proud when the awakening finally takes place. Excuse me. Rich, Fumaster 12 again. I just remembered by you reading my comment, the wife is okay. She has a kidney stone and an infection. Totally relieved it. Was only that and nothing else. Thank God. Thanks to all of the well wishes and prayers. I tell you though, I have yet to have it, but I know several people, including my own mother, who had to deal with stones. And I tell you, that is one of the more miserable things that you can deal with other than an ex-wife. Mr. Holster, make fun. I could have fixed that putz. I'm not making fun. I'm sure you could have. Mr. Holster, what did I do with it? Oh, it's in there. Playing the part of my screwed up holster is the one that Tardisia sent. Mr. Holster. See now, that, I don't know how, maybe Mr. Holster must be magical. I'm sure, no, Mr. Holster is magical. I'm sure Mrs. Holster could tell you that. Yeah, see now, if I had that nice big flared out tunnel at the end of my holster, then there wouldn't be an issue with the with it hooking. And that's exactly, see this one on a typical draw doesn't get anywhere. Yeah, I'm muzzle sweeping you. If you have a fucking problem with that, you're a Democrat, so fuck off. Oh, and yeah, it's that's back to that the Wilson Combat setup. I carry one, thank you. So yeah, it just kind of sucks because it's honestly it's a beautiful holster. It's absolutely beautiful. Shotgun Shanny, I don't know what you're doing these days, but yeah, you definitely make an awesome holster. I just wish you would have made it so that I could actually use it. We're at this point, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this now. Trout Whistle Pale Ale. I don't even know how I'm supposed to feel about this one, honestly, James Kronk. Because James is the awesome guy that sent this to me. It's 6%. I like that because it's more than 5, and 5 is more than 4. And never mind. It's like Pale Ale Plus. Like I said, I've had IPAs that didn't add the flavor that this one has. Seriously, if you just taped up this can or blindsided me and said, "What are you drinking?" I would say that this is an IPA. It's not a very potent IPA. I'm not getting any alcohol out of it. And it doesn't have a bread or biscuit finish, which is going to be common with a pale ale. But that tropical fruitiness is typical of an IPA and not a pale ale. So, if this is very good for a pale ale. So I hate doing this, but on the E scale, I would give this a 7. On the pale ale scale, I would probably give this a 9 because pale ales are just kind of boring, and this is not because it's like an IPA, which is what I would buy, and I personally would never purchase a pale ale unless I got like 48 of them for $9 and it tasted like this. So, James, take that for what it's worth, the rest of you. Kind of a cool name, a cool beer. A pale ale, it's not, and an IPA, it's not. So it's kind of hovering in the middle. So I guess, James, to be totally honest, a real E-scale would be completely devised right now on the price of this. If this is in the neighborhood of what you would normally spend around here, which would be about $10 for a 6-pack of IPA, then I would lower the scale. If you can get a 6-pack of this reasonably priced, then I would buy this over a 10-pack or a $10 6-pack of IPA. I get to use a bottle opener. I noticed there's a bunch of shit floating around at the back of the room where people are probably like, How come you haven't used any of my shit lately? Ooh, a whole bunch of challenge. Oh, there's that Obama challenge coin. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the one that I was like, ha ha, you're gonna shoot that at 1,000 yards. Hey, I hope to someday. Tardisius, absolutely love the first Glock I have ever owned, and it was from Tardisius. And what does it do? Not only can it cut shit, but it does that. And this, my friend, I've worked on this over the years, but I think I'm actually going to leave this out and try putting it on the Spyderco Sharp Maker that I got from my man, the ATF Sucks. This overall is a nice knife, though. Hey, I got a question for you. This was asked by a good friend of mine, Jay, because I would also like to buy one, maybe use it as a boot knife, or maybe small on my back knife, or just a pack knife. But what do you guys think is maybe one of the nicest overall daggers that are out there? Because we are both looking for... Well, here. One of my favorite knives. One of my favorite knives. The Gerber LMF. Looking for something maybe not as beefy as this, but not as skinny as this, with dual-sided. Not a throwing knife, but an actual double-sided knife. You know, they're symmetric on both sides, so it doesn't matter if you're holding it like this or you're holding it like that. Who makes a really good one? I'd like to know, because I'd like to get a nice one in my collection. But overall, this is one of my favorite knives. I mean, shit, everything from you could probably kill somebody with the non-lethal side. Okay. Great. Fumesh 12. It's not just wood, but fat wood. SS and many others are addicted to. Hee. Fat wood. Bearded CB, no creep. Burp. Click, click. That was weird for sure. Awesome Smith, same vintage as me. Hey, that'd be kind of cool to be able to start buying guns in your birth year. Fumesh 12 sounds like a decent brew, going by the score, and another fine review, brother. Cheers, my friend. Bearded CB, and yeah, I was driving home from the outdoors by the time the I Heart Club came through. Was late by the time I parked and saw this. Christine's having television problems, which means with all of the comments still left, I need to go play IT guy. What could possibly go wrong? Please hold. Okay, I'm back from playing TV repairman, and we need to get back to the comments. Is it just me, or do you get this like really weird feeling? What the Okay, seriously. Beard CB. And yeah, I was driving home from the outdoors. Okay, I think I read that one. Beard CB. Yeah, wouldn't mind a tag or two from Ed and 4 tag holders for the rails on my brother's AR. Would go good with his tag, my grandpa's tag, and Ed's tag. Now, the holders we've resolved. John Solar has been able to duplicate and make the holders. You know, the magic man that makes the goose calls, duck calls. I mean, he made the most ultimate one, my Star Trek call. Captain Kirk Star Trek call. I mean, I know this might sound like bullshit, but I'm pretty sure I could probably find somebody that would give me $1,000 for that. But, you know, that's not who I am. Smile money, I won't even go there just for you. Steven Hobson led, the G20 will look good with the stainless rear plate. Steve, I ordered it. The 40 off code no longer works. They had one for $17.76 and it was good for like 23 cents. That's kind of shitty, but I don't feel bad. I think it was $33 shipped to get a Glock stainless steel backplate that says "Be Like Ed." I ordered it. EMT Rail fan, love you, man. Yep, too many brew reviews that didn't make it onto YouTube. Laugh out loud. Cowbell, cheers, Lars. EMT Rail fan, a brother from another mother, another one of my family members that I hope to God someday I get the pleasure to shake your hand. So, and I'm thinking, if I'm down visiting Jim, that will hopefully be a reality. Jolson, 4 minutes and 33 seconds time warp. My CAC moved to safety. Jolson, now my CAC waits in the shadows for a nicer shitter. Gunwild, way late but here. Gunwild, the beer has head. I like head. Yeah, so do I. I remember reading about it. Gunwild, at the beginning your cock was looking over Justin, now he's hiding under the bench. What the fuck? You know, sometimes I just don't know what my cock's gonna do. My cack. Tardisius, count me in for 2 sets of Ed's tags, cowbell. Tardisius, appreciate it. I gotta talk to Christopher and figure out what we're gonna order. I'm thinking that I don't think we'll have a problem, so I think we just need to order a whole bunch. Nick, you Brew Babe is looking awesome if lacking a little soul. Typical ginger joke. I see your cock is put away in a safe place when Christine isn't handling it. Always good that you can come and hang with us when you're not having a good week. The ball busting that we deliver upon you, that others may call verbal abuse, is just our friendly gesture of camaraderie. Hope this week is better than the last couple, and go fuck yourself with a cactus. I mean, cheers. Were you the one? Yeah, I saw that in the deplorable. Go fuck yourself with a cactus. Nick, again. Oh, I almost forgot. Whiskey. Nick, you fucking spelt it wrong, you prick. Normally, Nick, I would tell you to go fuck yourself, but since you're a member of the deplorables, there's just so many good things in here. Oh, yeah. Nick. is turning into a pretty good Sunday. I had a couple group tighteners before we got together. Actually, Mr. Holsters, as far as full disclosure goes, I had a couple group tighteners before breakfast. Oof, this stuff is so damn good. Okay, let's see what happens today. Hitting the I Heart Club button. Members, Two Hearted Ale Club needs more cowbell and shots. Jolson, I can give you that. I guess we can have some kind of a trivial conversation when I reload the shots. As far as the real Two Hearted Ale Club, oh, what the hell? This is looking like a fail. I only have one left, and I probably will have it this evening. Oh, come on, this is not all one. What? Jolson, this is not going good. Somehow I have... There he goes. Somehow I have a couple of these all wound together. You know, I remember this being easier as a kid. I don't remember how that they kept these isolated before, but it wasn't in a red plastic tube, I can tell you that, where each of the rolls can work together like they are in this thing. Okay, shots for Jolson. Hey, but on the good side, Jolson, this is still faster than a flintlock. Maybe. I suppose over time those guys got really good at doing this, though. Almost there. Almost there. Just around that, over that. How many of you guys actually remember doing exactly what I'm doing right now? Oh, and it's got that great smell of, come on, flip over that thing. Wow, kind of being a little bitch right now. This is not going well. One thing has to turn, and it's not doing it. Fuck me. This has turned into a complete fail. And then there's that. There we go. There we go. Hey, we're on to some shit now. I'm going to use every single fucking one of these. There's the shots. Woof. 2 hours later. Bearded CB. I heart my beer drinking now from Brew in IA. We'll have to try and get some too. Yeah, sometimes they're double IPA rated at 8%. Okay. I'm all for that. Bearded CB, iHeart Club, gotta be going well over an hour now. Damn, drinking beer after range, great way to spend the day. Yeah, I have no idea. I know it's over an hour because I had to take a break. And long story short, I don't know what was going on. She was playing videos off of YouTube, worked fine. Hulu, worked fine. It's not the TV, it's Spectrum. And I ended up resolving the problem by pulling the power to the Spectrum box, letting it set for 30 seconds and plugging it back in, and voila, we're back at it. Smile Money, iHeart Club, I'm in. Smile Money with the last comment in the iHeart Club. I successfully did all my father of the bride jobs without any screw-ups. That is awesome. Smile Money, as a tribute to you, I will not take a shot of whiskey. But that is awesome. I think that's great, and I'm glad you had a great day, and I truly hope it lasts. I tell you, one of the things that's so discouraging is when you see a couple, I don't care if they're friends, neighbors, or someone you see on TV and you go, oh, they're such a cute couple, I hope they make it, and then they don't. Well, as a romantic, I personally believed in marriage. Unfortunately, I married a hooker. Cheers, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And remember, you only get today. So try to be like Ed.